Today is the 11th of November 2022. The time is 6:36 p.m. Well, I looked at that movie, Hebrew to Negro, and it is very, very information. I mean, there's so much information, I need to watch it again. I liked it, but the thing is, didn't get a chance to see all of it because they kept putting me to sleep. I had actually moved in order for me to watch the movie. Because when I'm sitting here, uh, they just know how to put me to sleep. They know when I'm sitting here, and they didn't want me to watch that movie. But I watched it. I got up and I moved, and so I was able to watch it. I got up, walked around first, because they just kept putting me to sleep. But it's very informative, and I mean they go all the way back, all the way to how the white Jews came about. They talked about a lot of stuff. It's very informative. Even at the end of the movie, they had some white people telling people to watch, to get the book, because it's a book from Hebrew to Negro, and I think it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. The only thing about it, at first I was getting a little confused because they kept saying something about Cush, and I know the Israelites didn't come from Cush, but it was like some intermarriage, and they was talking about. They said a lot about Cush. Um, they were saying something about Abram's mother was a Cushite, uh, and his father was what his father was. His father was something, but what they were saying that trying. I guess they were trying to say that Abraham wasn't white because he had a mother who was a Cushite. I think that's what they said, Cushite. But his father they wasn't Hebrew yet because they worshiped the sun, moon, and the stars, all that kind of stuff. Um, but they kept saying a lot about the Cush, so there must have been a lot of intermarriage and stuff with Cush. But they was talking about Canaan, that the Bible don't talk a lot about Canaan, but they had some pygmy people they think were the Canaanites, because they think that was the curse of Noah, when he cursed Canaan, that they became little people. But anyway, I like the movie, you know, but I need to watch it again because it was too much information for this brain here to take in. So I think it's, anytime there's information and we not getting all the information, and everybody need to know, you know, we need to know history, we need to know the truth. And it talked about, I think he said something about the reason why the way we are, because we was disobedient, and we still disobedient. We still disobedient. Whether you consider yourself an Israelite or a Jew or a Christian, we all, the church is led by lying preachers, pastors who are living double lives. Um, it's just a lot of stuff. But we need to get back to what God said: "Be ye holy, for I am holy." So we can have a better life, because if we obey God, blessings will come our way if it's not too late. But when we live in disobedience, curses come our way. So if it's not too late for us to be blessed by God, we need to try to get them blessings by living in obedience. So I really did enjoy that movie. And I don't know if I can get the book. I always wanted that book, but the way my mind is, the way I am unfocused, I don't know if it'll do me no good. But I might get it anyway, just so my grandchildren can read it. You know what? I ain't gonna do that. But I really they whoever put that together, they did a lot of research. They had a lot of pictures in it showing the people, and they talked about that Native Americans, the people, the Indians that was here, who was dark people. They were the dark people. They weren't black as the Africans, but they were a dark brown people, and you know. A lot of mixed race mixing and stuff, because look at this face here. So it was pretty good. It was really good. They saying that they are part of the Israelites. um it was just a lot of information. I couldn't take it all up because it was so much information. So they said I got 45 more hours. So I'm gonna look at it again tomorrow. And I had to pay for it now, $11 to rent it. So I might need to see if I can buy it, because I really enjoy watching it. I like getting information, and that was a lot of information, a lot of information. And somebody was saying that they didn't have it on Prime anymore, but you can still rent it, and you probably can still buy it. So that's why I went looking for it, because the guy said that they don't have it on Prime anymore. So I reckon if you a Prime member, I could have looked at it for free. But to me, that $11 was worth it. I had another guy, a black dude, was talking cash junk about the movie, telling people don't waste their money, and he was talking about don't come on his channel with that negative energy, but he was giving out negative energy. You don't give out negative energy if you don't want to receive it. That's the only thing I could say. He was the one negative. I'm talking, that was his opinion. Yeah, but you could have your opinion, but you was very negative. He was very rude and talking junk about the video. And was saying it about a lot of pictures. Yeah, there was a lot of pictures. He was showing the people. He was showing the people. And I guess he got do he have a problem with his black face? I don't know. You don't want to see how people look. But anyway, like I said, I enjoyed it. And if you really interested in information and truth, that's a good video. I enjoyed it. And I took my time after I moved where they couldn't put me to sleep anymore. Because they really was working on. I wish I could, whatever this is up here where they can connect to. I know they put an implant back here, but I don't know what. There's a light. My forehead be lit. So I don't know if that's that God gene. Because they said that we have a gene that lights up too. And they call it the God gene that they trying to kill. They trying to kill that gene. That's why they said talking about the V. That's what the V is all about. And a lot of people that took the V, they couldn't communicate with, couldn't hear from God. So they're not putting all that foreign mess in my body. But anyway, I just want to come by and give my view on the movie. I liked it, and I think it's very informative. And people need to know the truth. And I don't see how they can do this Corey Iron, how they could do him the way they do, just because he was talking about it. He was like I'm talking about it, same way I'm talking about it. That's what he did. He talked about it. And people, just because they don't want us to know the truth, we need to go seeking the truth, because they are not the Hebrew Jews. They're not the ones in the Bible, and they don't want it to be known. So they're gonna strip a grown behind man. They're gonna strip him down like he's a little boy. No, not he's like a little boy. Like he's unhuman. And they don't care that how much money you got. That's how they look down on us as black people. That's just how they look down on us. As long as you doing what they say do, you obeying the master, then they all right with you. But once you step out of line, you ain't even got to step the whole line, just a piece of it. Then they want to strip you down, tie you to the tree, and whoop you with a whip. Cause that's how they doing them. That's what they doing, whipping them, hooked, tied to the tree. So that's it for me. So I just want to put my 2 cents in it, because I think it's really wrong how they treat these men. They grown men that can't speak their mind. That you can't even talk about the movie that you looked at. Well, I mean, really. And like I said, black people need to stop buying every person that shut their doors to these 2 men. We need to shut our doors to them, because they don't think nothing of us, nothing whatsoever.